all of these incidents that you were talking about generates this type of thing. The whole concept of racism is about violence. Hey, let's get something going here. I mean, let's mistreat some people. Let's go and drag a Negro down behind a truck and whatnot down the road and watch his head snap off and all this type of thing. I mean, they've been doing that like forever.
For hundreds of years, yes.
Yes, and going back to even the Roman Colosseums. I mean, when people start talking about how far back it goes, I understand they had slaves, many of them, dark-skinned people, people that they consider savages or throwaway people and whatnot, and take them over to the Colosseum and feed them to the lions so that the Roman emperors and empresses and all of their royal entourages and whatnot can sit there and clap and applaud and turn thumbs down and all this kind of nonsense. And they even worship and teach this in schools today about the glories of ancient Rome. And when they mention the glories of Rome, that's what they're talking about. That's the way people carry it on. I mean, we're supposed to all glorify that. We glorify gangsterism of all types. We glorify war. Most statues are built to take up the centerpieces, the attractions of many small towns even, of a general on a horse with a sword in his hand. And so, knockout, yes, that's what it's all about. And not only that, you have a sport called boxing. Now, I have written in my book, I mean, I don't call that a sport. When two people, you ring a bell, and a couple of people charge at each other and try to do as much damage as they possibly can to a person's brain, and then you shift the camera to a football field, and they'll say that this person might have a brain injury, let's get him off the field. I mean, because we don't want any brain injuries. I mean, we're trying to play this game, but we don't want that kind of injury. But then you have a game called boxing where you try to inflict that type of injury. You got all kind of contradictions in this system of racism because it's all about violence and deception and getting over on somebody, taking advantage of the weak. That's what it's about.